Grand Prix today. The Italian Grand Prix. So psyched. Guys, got your leaderboard there. We got Hamilton in P1. Then we got Bottas. Then we got Carlos Sainz. We got Charles Leclerc. We got Sergio Perez. So the race has not started yet. Race has not started yet. So guys, I just want to clarify that my timing might be a bit behind due to I'm not actually sure what it is, but it will be a bit behind. The live chats are now enabled. Live chats are now enabled, so I'll be watching the race as well, but mine's a bit behind, so that unfortunately is an issue for me. But guys, please like and give me a shout out to this channel, would really much be appreciated. So let's get this race underway. Hamilton winning 4 times on this track, 3 times on this track since 2015. Rosberg won in 2016 and Charles Leclerc last year. Guys, I'm actually happy that Daniel Ricciardo is there. Honestly, I'm actually happy because of that top 10. Actually, really happy about that. And the race has started now. I just hope that Daniel Ricciardo could keep his pace and stay in that top 10. As like we saw last week, Daniel Ricciardo placed P4, which was I was really happy about that. And then we got Carlos Sainz in P2 now and Lando Norris in P3. What is happening with Bottas and Verstappen? What is happening here? What is going on? Well, if Carlos Sainz maintains that pace of his, I'll actually really be happy. Yeah, Hamilton sits the best in sector 2 there. Look, I just hope honestly that he does maintain, that tops that. Oh, and now Daniel Ricciardo is in P5. Bottas now going to P6. What is going on with Bottas and Verstappen? They're right behind each other, but the two guys were always in the top 3 are now in the top 10. Hamilton setting the best in sector 3 there. Magnussen having an issue, it looks like it's. Seems like Magnussen's having a bit of a car issue there. What it looks like to me. Longshore sits the best in sector 1 there. And Lance Stroll's now in P7. Verstappen making his way to P8. What is going on with Max Verstappen there, guys? What is going on there? Daniel Ricciardo still maintaining that pace there. P5. Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris both in P2 and in P3. Top 3 there. Racing Point's also not doing too bad. Look, P7 and P4. That's not doing too bad. Bottas should increase that pace of his and at least make it to the top 5, taking out at least Sergio Perez there. So Bottas might be having... So Bottas is he has a puncher, it looks like. That's what he said on the radio, he has a puncher. Lance Stroll's now in 8th. Verstappen going into P7. Hamilton has the fastest lap of this race. What is going on with Kevin Magnussen? What is going on there? What is going on with Magnussen? He is so behind the pack. There's the intervals between them there. So Carlos Sainz is 2 seconds behind Hamilton. Lando Norris is 1.9 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Sergio Perez is just under second behind Lando Norris. So if he gets a DRS, he's gonna go forward. Daniel Ricciardo behind Sergio Perez, 0.7 seconds as well. Same thing. Bottas 0.6 seconds. Same thing as well for DRS. Verstappen is 1 second behind Bottas. Lance Stroll just under second behind Verstappen. Ocon 0.6 seconds behind Lance Stroll. So they're gonna be fighting out for 8th. It looks like at Gasly trying to maintain with Ocon and Lance Stroll's there. Kvyat is 0.8 seconds, 0.9 seconds. Kimi Räikkönen is 0.8 seconds. Bottas now telling Bottas that his front wing is okay. So it looks like Bottas has a slow puncher there. But what is going on with the top 3? They're now in the top 10. Bottas and Verstappen. What is going on there? So DRS has now been enabled on this track. So they now have DRS. Now on lap 4, we have 50 laps now remaining of this race, and it's quite tight for the races, especially for Bottas having a puncher in his one tire. Not sure which tire it is yet. Good. Just want to check live commentary. What is Bottas' problem here? What is actually his problem? Sergio Perez now in P4, then Ricciardo P5, Bottas and Verstappen P6 and 7, Ocon, Lance Stroll in 8th, Ocon in 9th, Gasly in 10th, and Kvyat makes his way to P11. Kimi Räikkönen now, both Ferraris in the P20, in the top 20 there, Leclerc in 13th and Vettel in 17th, and both Williams there in 18 and 19, and Kevin Magnussen from Haas is in P20. What is going on with Haas? Oof. So Alex Albon and Gasly had a bit of an issue there. So they're investigating that at the moment. Started 6th and now 3rd. So Lando Norris started 6th and now is in 3rd. Look, let's hope Daniel Ricciardo can keep that pace. Same thing with Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. Those three. And obviously Hamilton there. I hope that he could just maintain that pace. DRS has been enabled. So the only two collisions we had were Bottas. So apparently they're going to plan B for Valtteri Bottas. Not sure what that is. Not too sure what that is. I wonder if Hamilton's planning to do a one pit stop race like what he always does. Like, I wonder if he's up to that. I don't know if you guys heard lately that Renault's changing the name of the car. They're rebranding the Renault car. But the same races will still be racing for them, so there will be no changes on that. Look, what? Oh, I just don't understand what is happening with Ferrari this season. Like, they're really not performing except for Charles Leclerc and Vettel. Like, Vettel actually surprised us the other day, placing in the top 10. But now, like, again, both Ferraris in top 20. So Vettel's been having an issue on the left-hand side of his car there. What he just said on the radio there. So I'm a bit. Oof. So Vettel has brake failure. They now just put on the radio. He has brake failure. So is he gonna be retiring from the race or what? Because he won't be able to race like that. Oof. So the brake line exploded apparently on Vettel's car there. So fortunately for him, he's gonna have an issue there. So does it mean he's gonna retire from the race or what? If this has to be the case. Verstappen trying to catch up to Bottas there, and Verstappen is 0.7 seconds behind Bottas. Will he get Bottas' position there in this race? Would he? Just want to hear this quickly.
Leaving Ferrari at the end of this season. His last race as a Ferrari driver at Monza, and he is out on lap 8 of 53 with.
So Verstappen now in the pits. He's in the pits. Still hasn't came out of the pits yet. Is he retiring from the race, or are they gonna try fixing this issue? Because it doesn't look like the issue that they can fix now. He retired from the race. Vettel now retired from the race. So Alex Albon now has a 5-second penalty for this race. I'm not really sure what is it. Fortunate there for Alex Albon, they're getting that time penalty. Failure to leave the car wooden to the edge of the track. Not sure what that is, actually, to be honest. Not actually too sure what that is. But Alex Albon now has a penalty, unfortunate for him. Got a yellow. I'm just happy for the first top 5. That's actually for the first top 6, I would say, because I would really want Bottas to be in the top 5. Look, Racing Point and Mercedes is up there, and McLaren, and especially Daniel Ricciardo, one of my favorites. Really surprised of last week that Daniel Ricciardo got that fastest lap and came into P4 there. Got a lot of points there for him in the constructors and for his driving standards there. Hamilton still has the fastest lap in this race. All of the drivers now are on soft tires. Look, I feel like top 5 for me, that's good for me at least. Surprisingly, Kimi Räikkönen is now on 12th. Last race he was in the top 20, like not even in the top 15. What is happening with Ferrari? Used to be at the top of the game and now Carlos Sainz telling his engineers that he's looking for plan A. Not sure what that is. Oof. Hamilton 6 seconds in front of Carlos Sainz. Sainz in front of Lando is 3.7 seconds. Sergio Perez is 0.8 seconds behind Lando Norris. Daniel Ricciardo is 0.8 seconds behind Sergio Perez, and Bottas is 0.7 seconds behind Daniel Ricciardo. Verstappen is now 0.9 seconds. Lance Stroll 1.7 seconds behind Verstappen. Ocon is now 1.3 seconds. Gasly is 0.7 seconds. Kvyat is now 0.8 seconds behind Gasly. Kimi Räikkönen 1.3 seconds behind Kvyat. Leclerc 2.4 seconds behind Kimi Räikkönen. Alex Albon 1.2 seconds behind Leclerc. Antonio Giovinazzi is 1.1 seconds behind Alex Albon. Grosjean is 1.8 seconds behind Antonio. George Russell is 3.2 seconds behind Grosjean. Latifi is 3.1 seconds behind George Russell. And Magnussen is 28.2 seconds behind Latifi. What is going on with Magnussen? What is going on with Kevin Magnussen? He is 60.6 seconds, 1 minute actually, behind Hamilton. What is going on here? Hamilton got another best lap time there, 1 minute and 24 seconds. 1 minute and 24.8 seconds to be accurate. Yeah, Hamilton wanting to try to catch up to Kevin Magnussen and lap him. He's now 7 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz and has the best lap. Track temperature is 44 degrees Celsius. That's the tech. Cars now they have DRS is Daniel Ricciardo, Bottas, Verstappen, and Lance Stroll, nor Kvyat. The only drivers that are being able to use DRS in DRS zones. There's Hamilton ahead of the pack now, 7.5 seconds. So Hamilton's prediction, changes size is maybe at lap 22 and 24. That's what he said on the radio. Lap 11, Pierre Norris, every driver down, Verstappen as DRS surely. So Bottas is really scared for Verstappen there. If he gets into, because he definitely has DRS now. If he gets into a DRS zone, he would definitely have DRS. So Bottas has to just try to maintain that speed. So we have now 6 laps before Hamilton pits. He's been saying that he would try to pit at lap 22 or 24. But I feel like he should first at least gain at least league. But he's 17 laps old on the soft tires there. 17 laps old. So would he be going to medium tires then in this race? So Alex Albon would spend his 5-second penalty in the pits as he knows all these engineers. So which he will serve at his first pit stop. So that will clear the 5-second penalty from him. Not actually really sure why he deserved that penalty, to be honest, but stewards have gave him that. So soft tires only last 20 laps. They only last 20 laps, soft tires. Hamilton has set yet again another fastest lap there. 1 minute and 24.6 seconds. So they're saying the hottest temperature around the track is turn 11, so near the end, telling him to stay off the line. Verstappen still behind him, battling for that 6th position there. They are battling it out there. Two McLaren still in the top 3. Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz there. I'm actually shocked what happened there with Verstappen and Bottas. Okay, we know that Bottas might be having a puncture. He did say that, but they have not clarified it yet. The last time two McLarens ran in the top 3 was in the 2014 British Grand Prix. Bottas now complaining about engine settings. He's calling it a choke. So I think he's gonna. So engineers will obviously tell him to change a few things there. So Alex Albon has floor damage on his car, but now he is in P13. He is trying to catch up now to Kimi Räikkönen. We have 35 laps now remaining of this race. 35 laps. We are now on lap 19. Hamilton still in front of the pack, 12 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz. So at lap 22 or 24, Hamilton will be pitting, he said. Alex Albon now in P12, passing Kimi Räikkönen there. Antonio now bypassing Grosjean there. Oh no, sorry, Kimi Räikkönen now in the pits. So that's what happened there. And he's coming out of the pits now. So Charles Leclerc now on hard tires. He is now on hard tires. Verstappen and Bottas battling it out for that 6th position. If Bottas can just hold it and try to catch up at least to Daniel Ricciardo, that'll be good for him. He's 1.7 seconds behind Daniel Ricciardo there. But look, I want Daniel Ricciardo to be in the top 5, so I feel like he deserves it. We are now on lap 34. We've got a yellow flag, it seems, on top there. Shows yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag now. Not sure what that is actually. Oh, we see George Russell in P15 now. So we got a yellow flag. Not sure if it's a safety car, as I'm watching the race is a bit behind. I wouldn't want to check the speeds of the car if that happens. Yep, safety cars now came out. We have a safety car. Safety cars now came out onto the race, and this is bad. But is Hamilton is gonna pit this lap? Hamilton is going to pit. Is Hamilton really gonna pit? So Kevin Magnussen looks like is retiring from this race. Yes, Hamilton is now in the pits. So Kevin Magnussen at sector 3 is retiring the car. He is now P2. Hamilton is P2 of this race. Look, Hamilton pitted to medium tires, so that means that Carlos Sainz still needs to pit in this race. I feel like he should have went to go pit. I feel like Carlos Sainz should have pitted. Because he is 23 laps on those softs, and those softs can only last 20 laps. So I feel like he should have pitted. Same with Lando Norris, but no other driver is pitting. So before it was a virtual safety car that came out, but now it's a real safety car coming out. So Hamilton actually thought smart there because Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris are gonna have to pit. He should have did a double stacking. No other driver from P14 up. Everyone else has pitted, but from no one else is pitting in this race. Yeah, so Magnussen has retired from the race. Not sure what his problem is there. Will Hamilton be getting a time penalty because they have closed the pits? Because at the will Hamilton get a penalty for that or what? So they're investigating car 44, which is Hamilton, and car 99, which is Antonio, entering the pit lane when closed. So does this mean that Hamilton and Antonio will both be getting penalties for that, or what is going to happen? So does it mean that Hamilton are going to get pit? Could Hamilton be in trouble with Magnussen's crash? Reply shows that box was showed a red cross with Hamilton being pitted. So this might be a penalty for Lewis Hamilton and Antonio there, because it shows their replay shows that light boxes were showing a red cross when both Hamilton and Giovinazzi pitted. So that means they both could be getting penalties for that. So Lewis Hamilton and Giovinazzi will be getting penalties for that. That's what it looks like so far. McLaren has did a double stacking now. Daniel Ricciardo now pushed to P11. So the race now will continue and has continued as soon as they cross that pause. So the race is again underway. We have 30 laps now remaining, and we are now on lap 24. So it looks like Hamilton will be getting that penalty, same with Giovinazzi, which is in P4. Sorry, in P5 now. Leclerc is now in P4 and has pitted. So still trying to understand, will Hamilton be getting a penalty in this race? So they are looking for more than a 5-second penalty. It has not yet been confirmed if he's gonna be getting that penalty. Lance Stroll is not pitted yet, and he's in P2. got another yellow flag now, and safety car coming out once again. Safety car is coming out once again for Charles Leclerc. What is going on there? You have another safety car coming out now for Charles Leclerc. What is going on with this race? We are now 3 drivers out and 17 remaining. Kevin Magnussen in the pits, but it seems like Charles Leclerc is out of this race. Both Ferraris out of this race. Both Ferraris now out of this race. Charles Leclerc has crashed. At the last turn, Charles Leclerc's got red flags now. We got red flags. We have a red flag now. So what is this meaning? Antonio Giovinazzi gets a 10-second penalty that has been confirmed. But what about Hamilton? Will Hamilton be getting that 10-second penalty as well? So Hamilton asking if they're going to get a penalty, and his engineer now saying that. So the race is done. The race has been suspended. The race has now been suspended. And so this race has been stopped completely. So it looks like that the race is now ending. It has been suspended and will not carry on. So we're still trying to confirm if Hamilton is still going to get that penalty or not, since he is in front of the race. So we know that Antonio got that. So the session has stopped. The race has been red flagged. So that means the race has now been suspended. So it looks like the race has been red flagged. It has been suspended at all. Drivers are now pulling into the pits. Race is now ended. The race has been red flagged. So now it says here, if we pause here, the red as out. The barrier where Leclerc has crashed will need to be prepared. We are on lap 26 of 53 laps, and Hamilton technically leads from Lance Stroll and Gasly. So, yep, the race has now been confirmed that they stopped it. So that sector where Leclerc crashed now, they're going to need to repair that. So the race might carry on later on today, or not too sure when. Maybe later on this week. So the race could continue if they do repair this fast enough. The race could continue. So Lewis Hamilton has confirmed that he would be getting that 10-second penalty. So Hamilton will be losing half a minute in this race for that penalty. So unfortunately, we do not know if we're going to have a Hamilton victory here. So it has been confirmed Hamilton will be getting that penalty for this race. He will definitely be getting that penalty. 10-second penalty. Just trying to know when will this race carry on. Toto Wolff now speaking to Hamilton about the penalty situation. Looks like it's here. An investigation as well for Lando Norris for driving unnecessarily slowly when entering the pits lane. So it looks like we have a lot of penalties in this race. So in this race, we now see that Lance Stroll could be this Grand Prix winner, because in if the race is suspended, they are allowed to change his tires, and since Lance Stroll has not pitted yet in the race, he is now allowed to change his tires while the race is suspended. So we're looking at he could be the Italian Grand Prix winner here for this race, and allowed to do repairs on the car as well. So that puts Hamilton at the back of the grid, him and Antonio. So we're looking at Lando Norris might also be getting a penalty because they did double stack on the race. Driving unnecessarily slow when entering the pit lane. Just trying to identify when will the race be like continued on lap 26. So both Ferraris are now out of this race, as they confirmed, both Ferraris. So does this mean that no, Vettel won't be able to make it back into this race? He's retired. So the race has been red flagged and suspended. Not sure when will the race be continued. I'll be honest, I don't feel like Hamilton deserves that penalty, because apparently a light came on as soon as he entered the pits. I don't feel like he deserves that penalty at all. The FIA is now an investigation in Hamilton's car to see if there was an issue on the board itself. So we hear now that Lance Stroll never led a race. I mean, it's never been for a whole lap. He's never led a race once. So this is his first time. If he can complete a whole lap, that's his first time ever doing that. It looks like Bottas is gonna have to fill in there for Hamilton. So Hamilton's now visiting the stewards. It looks like Hamilton complaining that penalty was not fair on him. So we now see there's two retirements in this race. Is Vettel, Magnussen, and Leclerc. Sorry, three. So the whole session will be restarting in 10 minutes. So the race will not. We got 8 minutes till the session restarts. So we still have 27 laps remaining of this race. 27 laps now. So these guys are now lining up on the track. They are now lining up onto the track now, which you guys can see. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So I'm back now. So it looks like the track has been fixed. Guys, who do you guys have your bet on this one? Is if Hamilton will be in P20, in P 17. So who's your bets on? Who do you feel might win this race? I honestly feel like Kimi Räikkönen could take this if he keeps his pace. I honestly feel like Kimi Räikkönen could. Or Carlos Sainz or Lando Norris, one of the three. That's how I feel. Maybe those guys could take the race. So I just want to quickly see the constructor league here quickly of where would points be if F1 standings. So we're gonna see now that the race is now restarting on this thing, this track, and we have 27 laps now remaining of this race. 27 laps remaining. Hamilton still in front. Is Charles Leclerc back in this race? No, he's not on this race. Why? Race control. Safety car will enter pits. So race now continuing with 26 laps remaining of this race. 26 laps now remaining. Kimi Räikkönen now in P4, Lance Stroll back in P3. So Lando Norris still, Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen under investigation there for turn one, for the turn one incident. Not sure what that is. Hamilton going down. P17. Hamilton's now in the pits. P17. Hamilton now at least can come out of the pits. So he did his 10-second penalty now. Hamilton's 30 seconds behind Gasly, so he could catch up. We have 24 laps now remaining of this race. 24 laps. We're now on lap 30. Verstappen and Gasly now pitting, and Hamilton makes his way to P15 there. Who has the fastest lap? DRS is now enabled. DRS has been enabled now. Max Verstappen is retiring from this race, and he has now retired from the race. It's caught up a total of 4 seconds towards the leader now, Hamilton. Caught up 4 seconds there, so Hamilton could be in the top 10 at least, getting those points that he needs. Hamilton slowly catching up to Alex Albon, the Red Bull driver. Kimi Räikkönen in P3. So this could lead that Carlos Sainz or Gasly could... Top 3 could be... Those top 3 could... One of them could win this race. Can Carlos Sainz push it enough? Could he push it enough? What the is Räikkönen doing there? Carlos Sainz 9 P2, so Carlos Sainz could... If Carlos Sainz can make it past Gasly, that would be good for him. Hamilton slowly but surely catching up to Alex Albon now, 5.9 seconds behind Alex Albon. Was 10 seconds in the last 2 laps, now 5.9 seconds. 5.4 seconds now. Hamilton slowly catching up to Alex Albon. They're 4.3 seconds now behind Alex Albon. He actually caught up to the pack, Hamilton, which was a half a minute behind, actually caught up to the pack. And guys, please like and sub to this channel. Really be appreciated if you guys could do that. Lewis Hamilton setting fastest lap every single lap now. 1 minute and 22 seconds. Carlos Sainz now 3.8 seconds behind Gasly. Can he catch up to Gasly now? Hamilton is now 2 seconds behind Alex Albon. If he can get into those zones, DRS zones. .5 seconds behind Alex Albon. So we got Daniel Ricciardo and Ocon in P7 and P8 there, so which is good. Kimi Räikkönen in P6, Lando Norris in P4, and Carlos Sainz. So looks like Lando Norris will not be getting that penalty at all. Hamilton is just 1 second now behind Alex Albon. I just hope Kimi Räikkönen, Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz, and Daniel Ricciardo and Bottas could finish in the top 10. I just hope that they can maintain their pace like that. If Gasly can maintain this, he could get his victory at the Italian Grand Prix, the Italian GP. Best finish in his career was second, so this could be his first win for this race. Hamilton 0.3 seconds now behind Alex Albon. Kimi Räikkönen now in P7. In P7 and Ocon in P8. Daniel Ricciardo in P6. He is trying to pass Alex Albon. Hamilton is trying to pass Alex Albon there. Hamilton has to get past him. We have 15 laps now remaining of this race. We have now 15 laps remaining of this race. Can he get past Alex Albon? Hamilton now in P14. He has to get past George Russell now. He's now gotten past Alex Albon there. True, Hamilton could Hamilton could be in the top 10. That could be a prediction that Hamilton could be in the top 10, as his race engineers have now said that he could finish P6 if he maintained his pace. But since Alex Albon held him up a bit, we don't know now. But if Hamilton can keep pushing the pace, he could. He just needs to get past George Russell and Grosjean. He got past George Russell now in his P13. Can Hamilton be in the top 10 of this race? He just needs to get past Grosjean. Hamilton just needs to get past Grosjean. Look, we have 12 laps now remaining of this race. 12 laps now, and we are on lap 42. Hamilton fighting for that 12th position. Grosjean now got it back. And he got past him. He is now P12. Hamilton is now P12. He has two Latifi and Sergio Perez to get past. We now have, not sure what's going on with this thing here. Not too sure what's going on with the map here. Like I had to sign in once again. We have 10 laps now remaining of this race. 10 laps now remaining. Hamilton slowly but surely catching up to Latifi. He's now 1.1 seconds behind Latifi. Latifi. He's 0.6 seconds now behind Latifi. We have 9 laps now to go of this race. 9 laps to go. If Hamilton can just keep pushing this pace, he could at least get to Sergio Perez and place in the top 10 at least. Hamilton is now P11. Hamilton is now P11 in this race. Hamilton needs to make it into the top 10 at least. At least in the top 10. Hamilton is now 0.5 seconds behind Sergio Perez, which is about here. He's right there. Look, if Hamilton can just carry on keeping this pace, he could at least get to P9 at least, or P8. Kimi Räikkönen now in P10. Hamilton is 0.5 seconds behind Kimi Räikkönen. Hamilton is now in P10. Hamilton is in P10. is in. Hamilton now in P10. Can Hamilton catch up? Can he make it to P8? He's under a minute behind. Oh, he's under a minute behind Sergio Perez there. Can he catch up to Sergio Perez and take that P9 from him? Guys, please like and sub to this video. It would really be appreciated if you guys could do that. Please sub to my channel. Really also appreciate that. Hamilton now 0.4 seconds behind Sergio Perez. Please like and sub. We really appreciate it if you guys could do so. We now have 5 laps now remaining. Hamilton still is in P10. He's 0.5 seconds behind Sergio Perez. What is the problem there? Hamilton now in P9 past Sergio Perez there. He's now in P9. He's 2 seconds behind Kvyat. Sainz is slowly but surely catching up to Gasly. There's 1.6 seconds now behind Gasly. Lance Stroll's 3.1 seconds. Top 3 right there. Gasly's still in the lead. Can he win for the second time in the Italian Grand Prix for his team? Carlos Sainz's career best is 3rd, and that was achieved in Brazil in the 2019 Grand Prix. We now have 4 laps remaining of this race. 4 laps now remaining. Hey guys, please like and sub to this channel. It would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Hamilton is under second now behind Kvyat. So they're telling Sainz to use full deployment of the battery to try to catch up to Pierre Gasly there of his ERS. Hamilton now in P8. So Hamilton could be pushing for that P6 there. If he could get past Orkin there, it's about 1.7 seconds behind him. And we have 2 laps now remaining of this race. 2 laps remaining. Can Hamilton catch up to him? We have 2 laps now remaining of this race. There in the left top corner right there, that's how much laps are remaining of this race. Hamilton has pushed in this race. He has pushed. Please like and sub to this channel. It would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Please sub to this channel. Would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. So now we have Hamilton. 2 laps now remaining. If Hamilton is 0.7 seconds behind Orkin, so if you could catch that second up, he would be great. We are now on lap 52. Gasly might be taking this victory. Gasly could be taking this victory. We have 1 lap now remaining. Gasly them all on their 1 lap now. Both Ferraris are out of this race. Verstappen retired as well, and Magnussen. Please like and sub to this channel. Would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Can Hamilton is now in P7. Hamilton is in P7. Can Carlos Sainz catch Pierre Gasly on the last lap here? 0.4. And unfortunately he couldn't. And Pierre Gasly wins the Italian Grand Prix. He takes it. Pierre Gasly has won the Italian Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz in P2. Lance Stroll in P3. There's your podium. Please like and sub to this channel, guys. Would really be appreciative if you guys could do so. Please like and sub to this channel if you guys could do so. From P15 to P7, Hamilton has did it. So I see now Hamilton has did it. What an awesome race here. Surprising though. The top 2 runners of last that has been whooping this season are not in the top 5 even, except for Bottas there. Unfortunate there for Hamilton getting that penalty. Same thing with Antonio Giovinazzi. I don't feel like they deserve the penalty, but congratulations to Pierre Gasly there for winning the Italian Monza Grand Prix. So guys, please like and sub to this channel. Really be appreciative if you guys could do so. Hope you guys stay safe, and thank you very much for watching.